Breaking news tonight, the number of coronavirus cases surging.
The number of presumptive positive cases for coronavirus in Michigan has increased. Today I'm issuing a stay home, stay safe executive order for all Michiganders.
The initial response is, well, what do we know and what don't we know?
My thought was, how am I going to continue caring for my clients?
How much PPE are we going to need? Well, that was a forever moving target.
I actually screamed because I was so anxious about everything that was going on. So I had a moment to scream in my car, and then I prayed.
So as I reflect back on that day when this all started to happen and our executive team came together to start talking it through and making some decisions, the one thing that became quite apparent was the gift that we had and how prepared Holland Home was for what we were going to be facing.
It was really all hands on deck. I can't say enough about how the team, everyone just kind of stepped up.
We had wonderful support when it came to staffing, resources. We had what we needed when we needed it.
And one thing I noticed right away, there were sewn masks waiting for all of our fitness team. That was something the residents jumped on immediately, sewing and putting together masks for the staff.
At Atrio, we just felt supported the whole time. Even if I was stressed or anxious about something, they were willing to pray for me too.
We all came to work. Our frontline workers came to work every day. I mean, everybody else stayed home, stay safe, but here in the facilities, nobody did that.
And realizing that we were now the sole support, hope, companions for our residents. And I think the staff stepped into that role very well.
With the isolation, I just feel like they need more from me. More than the normal just sit and talk and do my job. They don't have family members coming in. So I'm their daughter, I'm their granddaughter, I'm that person, that point person that normally would have come in to see them. I'm there for them.
The staff stepped up and delivered meals, delivered mail, picked up trash. I mean, it was truly, truly amazing.
I think something that came out of this too is that we were forced to, as a fitness team, we were forced to get better. We were forced to evolve a little bit in terms of technology, and we were forced to get better at communicating. Anytime we came up with an idea as a fitness team, hey, do you think we can do this? Or would this be possible? The answer always seemed to be, yes, let's make it happen.
Teaching them how to Zoom with their families, teaching them like Zoom bingo we've been doing that for quite a while. And they love that because they see other faces. So before they could really get out there seeing faces from Raybrook, from Breton, and interacting that way, they're my responsibilities.
People will do what is necessary to get the job done, but also ensure that we continue to adhere to the mission throughout it all.
At Holland Home, the mission is not just something that hangs on the wall in the boardroom. When it says we're called to serve, I think so many people here, that is their mantra.
Just that call, the call to serve. This is where I've been placed in life. This is what I'm called to do, and this is the time that I'm called to do it.
From my perspective, what I saw is they weren't thinking of themselves. They were thinking of what I need to do to be here for those people that we've been called to serve.
Everybody comes to work for their own reasons, but in the face of all this, kind of seeing everybody pull together to kind of get through this, it's still kind of ongoing, but with the people we got here, I do feel like we'll make it through to the other side.
We kind of all banded together, the nurses and our bereavement team, really helped us through.
There was clearly God's hand in all of it. We found amazing suppliers that were able to get us exactly what we needed.
And they were going above and beyond. And as a family member, I truly appreciated that I felt like my mom was being well cared for and protected.
It was so unknown, and there was so much anxiety and fear from people that you just don't know what you can do until you actually have to do it.
And a team of people that communicated, not just confidence, but they were there to be a resource to the rest of the team that were on the front lines, was huge.
They didn't just say we're doing this, they told us why they were doing it, based on scientific evidence, based on what the recommendations were, and they continue to do so.
I couldn't have asked for better support or better performance out of the team.
When you've worked together and gone through a difficult thing, you're either going to draw closer together or you're going to fracture. And I would say with very much certainty, so many of us drew closer together.
I think the residents are what keep us going. I love our residents. It really has been a privilege to be with them and to navigate this time with them. And there's been so many silver linings through this. I think one thing that I knew but needed to be reminded of is that we're not alone.
And how much just a little phone call saying hello, we care, what do you need? The amount of what it does to people and how they feel, words can express.
And they have all been so kind and so gracious, and it just felt to me like they were living up to the mission statement.
I think of our frontline staff and our frontline teams that stayed committed and stayed right there on the front lines with the residents, with those that we are here to serve. And more than anything, they showed that love of Christ.
Well, and I think another silver lining is knowing that Holland Home is going to take care of us.
Every night when I pray, I thank God that I'm here. And I'm so grateful I made that decision.
We thank you from the bottom of our heart for being Christ's hands and feet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You are the heart and soul of our organization.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Atrio.
Thank you.
Sandy and I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the entire Holland Home staff for keeping us safe and doing such a fabulous job during this COVID disaster that we're experiencing today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Holland Home staff. You're great. Appreciate all you do.